When KRQE Investigates shared the nightmare that classic car owners were experiencing at an Albuquerque shop, even more people came forward saying the man known as Fast Eddie took them for a ride too. So what can be done to hold him accountable? KRQE investigative reporter Gabrielle Burkhart took those questions to prosecutors and law enforcement.
It really is like putting a puzzle together.
Knock, knock.
I do think that this is a criminal matter.
We've lost a lot of money trying to have our dream of our cars, but where's the justice?
Selena Stoyanov is one of nearly 24 victims who've now come forward, saying Samuel Eddie Harshbarger, the man she now knows as Fast Eddie, pulled a fast one on them too.
Yeah, he wouldn't show up, he wouldn't let us in, and it was text after text after text. Excuse after excuse after excuse.
It's the same MO other customers shared in a February KRQE investigation.
This is 4 years of text. And usually that's what happens is it's come, show up, he's not there. And it's numerous times.
Aside from texting, we couldn't track him down either.
I know you couldn't make our last 4 scheduled interviews, so I figured I'd come to you.
Stoyanov called KRQE after that story aired.
I told my husband, I go, look, that car was in his shop when we were there, and so was the yellow car. And I was very surprised when we saw it, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, we're not the only victim.
She says she and her husband dealt with Harshbarger in 2023 when they gave him their prized 1981 DeLorean, a replica from Back to the Future, signed by the Christopher Lloyd.
Roads? Well, we don't need roads.
At the Comic-Con about 2 years ago had Christopher Lloyd, very wonderful gentleman.
You'll notice a replica of the A-Team van sits next to their DeLorean.
Well, our whole passion is to actually keep the 80s alive. And we show them at a Comic-Con. We allow people to take pictures for free. We take them to senior citizen home. We take it to the library.
It takes special skill to work on a DeLorean, so when they found Harshbarger, a willing mechanic with other classic cars in his shop, it inspired confidence, Stoyanov says.
It was a good facade. He really did. He put on a good show.
But the promises came and went.
The only thing Eddie was supposed to do is put a new engine in the car. He was taking out the coolant system, he took out the steering, he took out the transmission, he took out the electrical, he took out the engine harness. I mean, it was basically a skeleton.
He was gutting it.
Yeah, he was gutting it.
After a year-long back and forth, she says they finally got the DeLorean back, minus some parts. They paid another mechanic to fix it and sued Harshbarger, eventually winning a nearly $10,000 judgment. Money, she says, they've still never seen.
Okay, we won. Now what? What are the steps? What can we do?
I mean, we don't do debtor's prison in this country.
Jason Greenlee is Bernalillo County's Chief Deputy District Attorney.
But that's not necessarily something you'd see like a warrant out for your arrest for failure to pay restitution.
I doubt it. I think what you would probably see is that they would probably set a probation violation hearing.
Harshbarger's no stranger to being sued by customers, even by landlords for failure to pay rent. He's also convicted of embezzlement for keeping a customer's motorcycle in 2018. Court ordered to pay $64,000 in restitution. His probation notes say he made 2 $100 payments, then the payments stopped. But there's no court record calling out Harshbarger for a probation violation in that case.
But our criminal justice system right now is kind of overwhelmed.
Blair Dunn represents half a dozen clients currently suing Harshbarger for more than $100,000 in losses, noting breach of contract and violations of the New Mexico unfair trade practice.
I don't know that they're ever going to be able to get any of their property or their money back out of this guy, even with a judgment from the court. That's part of why it needs to be a criminal deal as well, because that may be the only satisfaction that these guys get.
Dunn says Harshbarger treats lawyers the same as his customers, even promising him he'll drop off cashier's checks to pay back Dunn's clients.
So it's this constant, hey, I'll pay you next week. He never means it. And all of my clients actually are willing to work with law enforcement, and just it's a very simple investigation. We gave him money, we gave him these vehicles, you can't find our vehicles. It's stolen property.
But when customers call law enforcement, they're often told it's a civil matter since they entered into a business agreement, and in some cases, the vehicle may appear it's still being worked on in the shop. The Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office wouldn't interview with us, saying it could unintentionally become a roadmap for bad actors on how to structure their conduct. Meanwhile, APD filed an embezzlement report in at least one recent case, and the state's Office of Superintendent of Insurance does have an auto theft prevention authority under its criminal division, an investigative arm that could build a case, but the OSI wouldn't confirm whether Harshbarger is under investigation.
I think they've got more than enough to get an indictment on this kind of a case.
Both APD and BCSO have excellent white-collar detectives, but it is a lot of work because there are a lot of moving parts to sort of piece together.
His victims want someone to put in that work.
What justice is going to be done, because he keeps doing it again, and who's going to stop him?
Gabrielle Burkhart, KRQE Investigates.
That active lawsuit against Harshbarger involving half a dozen former clients is still making its way through civil court. The next hearing is set for June.